Hello, high school football fans. Joe Medley with East Alabama Sports Today, making our second campus visit today. We were at Ohatchee earlier talking to Coach Blake Jennings, and now we're here at Sachs with Coach Shannon Felder, a familiar face. People around here know him well from his time at Donahoe. A lot of success there, a lot of playoff bursts, a couple of quarterfinal runs with the Falcons. Got Talladega to the playoffs, so there's a track record there of success, and looking to bring that here to Sachs after a couple of years that have not been very Sachs-like recently. but Shannon's looking to get it back there. And just how are things looking so far in practice?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. I'm pleased with the progress we've made. We've still got the same numbers, about 18 kids that are playing for us. But the kids we have out there are working hard. I think we're getting a little bit better every day. I think we're understanding what we're doing a lot better. I know that we've made a lot of progress since the spring game, so I'm pleased with where we are.
Now, the spring game, you had to not play one of those quarters.
Absolutely.
Because of the numbers. And are you having to pull back on anything practice-wise with these guys? Or?
Well, in the spring game, you're limited on the time you have to prepare for a game. Everything was brand new to me. We weren't in shape like we needed to be able to play. And that's the reason why I decided not to play that last quarter that we could have played in the spring. But we're in much better shape now. We're in a better situation now. Same numbers, but I think we're a lot more prepared to play now that we're back in the spring.
There's always things that come with coaching changes, and in the last couple of years have not been, there was 1 win and 2 wins. So you think that has something to do with the numbers, and maybe a little success kind of generates that back again?
Right, I absolutely do. I think that Coach Franny probably had some better numbers than we have this year, but at the same time, probably not the numbers that you expect out of a 3A football team. So I think that's probably was a factor. I think that Coach Franny was able to make some progress from year 1 to year 2. There were several games I thought last year that they got a little bit better and a little bit better, and they had a chance to win some of those games. But when you're playing tough games, you've got to have an experienced team that know how to win. And I think that was probably what Coach Franny dealt with when they had some games where they were right there, that you just got to know how to win, you got to know how to keep fighting, you got to know how to keep believing, and then you got to believe that you're going to get it done. And I think that may have been part of the issue, but it's a growing pain that I think that he dealt with, and with this year's team, you don't have the same experience that you had last year. We've got a lot of young guys we're having to play this year, and we'll have some growing pains, but I really do believe that the best is yet to come for us.
Of course, Coach Alfonso Freeney at Jacksonville now, the assistant head coach there after 2 years here. What did you learn in your experiences at Donahoe dealing with these kinds of numbers that's useful for you here?
Well, first thing, don't panic. Don't panic. Because I've been there and done that before, I know that we can get it done. I know we can turn it around because we've done it before. And a lot of the same coaches that I was able to have some success with at Donahoe and at Talladega are with me here. And so I think we've got good coaches. I think we've got players that want to get better, that want to see a change, that want to see things turn around for us. So, all of that gives me the confidence that we'll get it done.
So you're referring to Paul Farlow and Andy McWilliams?
Paul Farlow, Andy McWilliams, my brother, Eric Felder, who's been with me as well. We've all been together at Donahoe and at Talladega. And then, Farlow even went with me when I went to Anderson for a year.
Well, let's talk about not so much the numbers, but the quality. You returned some all-county players, senior offensive lineman Jaquay Judkins is one of those. Delondas Allen, he was at Media Day. Tell us about how those guys are looking right now, and what kind of maybe some other guys that we're going to start hearing more about this season.
Well, on the line, you've got Quay and you've got DJ. DJ was forced to play the center spot because Daniel Childs got injured, and DJ played center for us. Which this year, we've got Daniel back, and DJ will play guard. Quayle play guard also. We'll have 2 guys playing at the tackle position that has never really played on the varsity level at those positions, with Mr. Brown and Mr. Thompson at those spots. DJ, DJ, the quarterback, Delanus, he's gonna have to play quarterback for us this year, and he played linebacker last year. Played linebacker and tight end last year. So we're asking him to do something that he's never done before. He done a good job for us in the spring, and he's gotten better and better each week. And so he's so smart that it was a no-brainer for me to put him at that quarterback spot. He knows everything that we're doing offensively. He's also the quarterback on defense at that linebacker spot. So, he's very, very valuable to our football team, and definitely glad to have him. But we're going to have to play a lot of young guys this year, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about the future.
Who will be carrying the ball for you? Who will be catching the ball for you?
Well, we at the 2 guys that I think that are going to do pretty good for us. One of them is Mr. Monroe. Monroe is a senior also. I don't know how much playing time he got last year. I don't think he played a whole lot last year. But he's definitely one of the guys that we expect him to move around a little bit on offense. He'll play a little bit of running back. He'll play a little bit at the slot receiver. But he also play at the X receiver for us as well. Culpepper is a 9th grader. I think Culpepper last year had to play at the cornerback position, which he'll play this year. But he'll also play safety. But he's made a lot of strides at the receiver spot. So, we're expecting him to make some plays for us at the wide receiver spot for us. At the running back, we're starting a 9th grader. Adams is also the 2nd string quarterback. So basically on our teams, you'll find a guy that may be starting at the guard, but he's also the 2nd string center, and he's probably the 1st string tackle on defense. So we're having a lot of guys that having to play both ways this year, but we're conditioned for it. So it's the same as we did when we went to Donahoe School. So we're in shape. We're going to continue to try to create depth as we try to go through the season.
Of course, Sachs is part of the Class 3A Region 6, the 9-team region, all the other Calhoun County 3As, plus Westbrook Christian and Glencoe and JV Pennington, that long road trip that some teams have to make. Just how do you see that region this year? How do you see Sachs fitting into that?
Well, I told our guys the only thing we need to worry about right now is that first. That's Horseshoe Bend. We know we're in a tough region. I think that whatever 14 makes the playoff will be playoff ready, because each week, it's a battle. Each week you got to bring your A game, and so to be able to play in this region, I think, really gives you a tremendous opportunity to have your team ready for the playoffs. It's a tough region, and most of the teams in our region run football. You may have a little bit of exception with 1 or 2 teams, but most of the teams run the football. So, we're prepared. We will continue to prepare ourselves, but right now the main focus is trying to get ready for Horseshoe Bend.
You mentioned the progress from Coach Fanny's first year to his 2nd year. How do you define progress for Sachs this year?
Well, just getting a little bit better every practice. And then, like I tell the kids, we're trying to get a little bit better every practice. Every practice, we want to get a little bit better, take some steps. And then we take that test every Friday to see how much progress we've made. And then we go back to the drawing board on Sunday and try to figure out what we need to do better, what we've done well, that we want to build on, and the things that we haven't done, as well as we would like. We want to try to strengthen ourselves in those areas.
Shannon, it's good to have you back in Calhoun County.
Thanks, man, for having me. I appreciate it.
We go back a ways, back to his Donahoe days, and when I worked for the newspaper. But thanks everybody for joining us. And tomorrow we'll be at Alexandria. Then Thursday Weaver, Friday Jacksonville, Saturday Pleasant Valley, and then on Monday, just confirmed that earlier with Coach Jonathan Miller that we'll be at Piedmont. And then guess what? It's game week. We're playing real football.
Can I get it started?
Real tackle football. Again, thanks for joining us, Coach Felder. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.